How's it going, everybody? I'm Burrhead2. Welcome back to this, and welcome back to the future. I mean, the basement, or the kitchen, I suppose. Also, yes, I would like the purple tomato, please, and the green tomato. Not the red tomato, just the purple and... Yeah. So why am I back down here in the basement? Because... well, as soon as I loaded in the game, I saved again and used a new save file. Because I don't trust the game as far as I can throw it. And I can't throw the game very far. I just want to see what happens if I press this again.
I need something to lure Chica into the trash compactor.
Yep. I'm gonna see if I can do this again. For no real particular reason other than I can, and darn it, I pressed Q. Oh well, you get to observe as well. Actually... oh yeah, you can't walk in the compactor, I forgot. And now he's bugging out. Yeah, okay, at that view you're just gonna get in the way. Yes, I know, it's a cutscene, it's different, I know, I'm just having fun here. So, will this do anything? That cutscene was different. That looked different. That looked different to me. And finally a version that didn't have me talking over it. These pizza stains look suspiciously the same, and hello cockroaches. Okay, so... yes. I did the thing again, and, oh, she's not here. So we fixed her only to break her again. Well, this is open again. Oh, I can't use them again, okay. So this is interesting. So I guess I can't look for any CDs or gifts down here. Bit of a shame. Giant wall of trash yet again for some reason. So yeah, this is basement. This is basement 3? Let's take a look at the map. It very distinctly says we're on basement 2. Who knows? Sure, there's a lot of stuff I could be doing instead of doing this. Like getting those last CDs or getting those last CDs, but I didn't really expect a whole lot to be happening. I mean, I kind of expected the cutscene to play again, and maybe this entire section again. Which I guess is just this entire thing again, now that I think about it. But, you know. It seems less laggy than before, actually, too. Which is strange, considering that I have the graphics on a higher quality. Is she even down here? Oh, this entire thing's already running. Okay, well, never mind half of this in the first place. Now, it's a shame I don't have any, like, fake disorder quitting stuff to show you, but, I looked today and also yesterday, and there wasn't anything yesterday, or today for that matter, so, you know, seems to be pretty dead if you ask me. Ooh, I almost fell down there. That was a close one. Okay, let's finally test this. There we go. Answers. Answers. Answers solved. Questions answered. So you can jump off of it and it will kill you. This is exhilarating, exciting, and most importantly, it's happening. Maybe that's not a good thing. Again, I could be doing other things. But it's all in the name of science, and it didn't save me. Oh well. Nothing gained, nothing lost, I suppose. Oh yes, that reminds me of something. That definitely very much reminds me of something. Yesterday, I was, sorry, I'm feeling a little bit funky again. I swear thought I'd be feeling better today. Let me just sit for another minute here. Okay, not gonna lie though, I'm a bit disappointed that I'm still feeling kind of crappy. I thought I'd be feeling better today, and there's some stuff I wanted to get done today, to be honest. You know, so it's a bit unfortunate that I just kind of have to sit here on this menu for like next couple minutes and just wait for any weird feeling sensations to go away. It really is quite unfortunate. So, see you in another minute or two. Okay, so I've come to the conclusion that I probably shouldn't be recording anything today again. So, I guess that means I'm gonna miss today's upload, but that doesn't really matter. Just I guess I'll see you like tomorrow or in a couple seconds, depending on what you want to call it. I mean, it's gonna be like an entire day for me, but a matter of seconds for you. So, well, see you in a second. Well, I'm back. It's not the day after, to be honest. I just want to get that out of the way first. I just want to get that out of the way first. I don't know if it's gonna go okay for me today. Just gonna have to play it by ear, see how things go. And also, another side note, I have no freaking idea what I need to do right now. Like, I don't know where I need to look. So, maybe just don't pay that much attention to me wandering around. Cause, you know, whatever. So let's hope this time I'm gonna feel better. I make no guarantees. Anyway, so I ended off last time, let's see, it was Friday, it was May 20th, it is now Tuesday, on the 31st. Yeah, it was more than one day. Now the thing is, I know I said that I'd wait till the day after, and what I really meant to say was I wanted to wait till I knew I felt better. I just kind of ended up saying the, you know, tomorrow instead. Whoopsies. Even though it's been, you know, like 10, 11 days, depending on how you want to count it, I still more or less remember what I was talking about. But I can't remember exactly where I left off. And trust me, bro, I've got a lot to talk about right now. Maybe first things first, I should maybe mention, you know, why it's taken me 11 days to get to this point. I mean, I probably could have done this like... still something on my screen. Doesn't seem to want to go off, though. Who cares? I probably could have done this like last maybe Tuesday, last maybe Wednesday, last maybe Thursday. But I didn't because, hey, you know, this texture does not look right on this side of you. Just saying. How does the rest of this look? Okay, this looks pretty normal, I'd say. How about on this side? You know, not that bad, except for that. Let's see. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe kind of does. Maybe. Not a whole lot. And, yeah, critique the side of the cutout. Looks like the textures aren't, applied properly. Oh well. But let's just say something happened. That's all I want to say about that right now. Quite frankly, man, I got a lot of stuff on my mind. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? How about I just begin from where I left off? So, starting with that. Oh dear, I'm feeling a little bit questionable right now. Hey, I found a CD over here in the first place. I don't need to go back over here. Why did I go back over here? I forgot. Yeah, nothing over here in the first place. I mean, there was, yeah, but not anymore. So let's go look somewhere else, wherever that somewhere else may be. But you know how I feel about that. I think it'd be best for me if I just started the whole thing over, to be honest, because it's been, you know, yeah, I understand it's been a long time. It just make me feel better if I just kind of started the whole same thing over again. So, as I said last time, I was looking for that one video that was a mixture of SFM animation from, specifically in this instance, characters from the first game, and some other mystery second thing, which, to be honest, you know, didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I ought to give you a hint on that. But in my search for that video, I found two videos that were basically the exact same thing, SFM animations featuring not characters from the first game specifically here, but other games and stuff like that, and a related, very closely related mystery element. Now, lo and behold, I found more of those things. Crap, where do I go? Still haven't found one out there in the entrance lobby area yet. Unless I have and I've completely forgotten about it. Honestly, I don't know. Feel like I haven't. Anyway. I don't know how many of those darn things that I have found that were about the exact same thing. Like, it's literally the exact same thing. Just a bunch of different takes on it. I don't know how many there were. I'd say at least more than 6 in total I found. Maybe 7, heck, maybe even up to 8 of the exact same thing, just different variations of it. And I already gave you a hint on that as well. I mean, really, you could definitely say it hadn't gone as I planned. That's also a hint. If you know, you know. I know I'm being very cryptic here, and you're not understanding at all what I'm saying, but that's okay. I like it that way sometimes. Yeah. Of course, yeah, again, yes, I could just outright tell you what it is. But what's the fun in that? Now, where's the fun in just having you immediately know, huh? Again, you came here for questions. You wanted to be bewildered, you know, watching this stuff. And now, by goodness golly, I'm giving you more questions. They'll never be answered. Unless you can figure it out. Put your collective minds together and you might be able to. So anyway, hello again, plushie back there for some reason. Anything back here? Still can't go to the parking garage. That's a bit lame. Hey, why is there pictures inside of the popcorn machine? How did really? That's just tacky. That's just tacky, you know? You had to have known when you put that thing there that it's clipping. That end up clipping, right? But you put it in there anyway. And also, this makes a... Ooh, don't look at that. This makes... Okay, I know, I'm pretty sure the game runs at 60 frames a second. I know I'm recording in 30. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's flickering. It's flickering really bad. Like, I can see through it, kind of. So anyway, this is going to make a great corner to hide and cry in. Like, seriously, look at this corner. Look at this corner. Just imagine you want to cry, like, really bad, and then just, like, go over here and just, like, just sit in this corner and cry. It's a fantastic crying corner. Yeah. So I have found, like, a crap ton of that one type of video. And I have no freaking idea why. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why this mystery second element? You know, why in the world would you want to make an SFM animation? from characters from this franchise. You know, like I don't see the connection. You know, and I feel like I'd know if there was a connection, but I don't see one. But the story does not end there. Yeah, it very easily could have simply been left there to die. No, it doesn't die, does it? It never does. I mean, well, it can, yes, but sometimes it just kind of acts like it didn't. Reaches his hand out of the grave and zombie-esque. It just comes back to life because it just freaking feels like it sometimes. Anyway, I can talk about that in a second. I found, and I kid you not, a third type. A third SFM animation featuring characters from this franchise as a whole. This time it was the fourth game specifically, I think. I didn't watch the whole thing through because other reasons that aren't, like, at all relevant. And this mystery element, again, is related to the other two. Although you could argue not as closely related as the first two, but still, like, basically, like, they're really closely related. Like, basically brother and sister, you could argue. Except, like, oh, there you are. Except, like, this last brother is, like, maybe 4 or 5 years younger than the other two. I don't know who or why. I mean, technically, this mystery element again, it does kind of make a little bit more sense. I mean, there's a few recurring elements in there that, like, one section of those recurring elements, or recurring element, I guess, does make a little bit of sense when you think about it. And, like, the first section, I think works pretty well, but by golly, the rest of it doesn't. Really, part of it works, not even half of it. Like, barely even, like, a quarter of it, maybe 30% at most of it actually would make sense. The rest of it, I don't think is all that much related. Now, I am gonna have to give you a hint as to what this is, right? I've thought about this and I'm not really quite sure how to do it. Okay, feeling kind of funky right now again, but let's hope I can power through this. Fingers crossed. Not really, of course I'm controlling the game right now, but metaphorically. I've looked in here before, there's nothing in here, man. Just the fact that Dave sucks. Anyway, so I've thought about this hint. I don't know really what I could tell you. I mean, maybe I could talk about lights, you know, and you know, maybe the relation here to the fourth game does kind of make sense. You know, things changing appearance under lights, you know, making themselves look a tad more innocent, I guess. Or maybe I could talk about monsters. You know, really? I don't really know where to go with you there. Or what to go with there. You know, English is hard. And that reminds me. This water still irks me. Man. Like, there's clearly a reflection here. Like, look at this. It's a reflection, but there's literally no depth to the water. It's just like an animated reflection texture being played on top of the rocks. There's literally no water depth. Look at this. Look at the corner here. Where's the water line? There is none. That bugs me. And can I yet see under the weird platform thing? Can't really tell. At least the rock is shiny. Anyway, let's not bother checking in the daycare. I've already been there. So I guess that's kind of your hint. Ah, darn, I hit you. Okay, so moving on to other things, I guess. I mean, I could probably just end this video off here right now. But, man, this is... If you're still watching this for some reason, I am massively apologizing for my gameplay. I have plans. I've had plans for a while now, just haven't been able to enact on those plans, and other things have come up that I wanted to mention before I do the thing. So, like, there's nothing really for me to do, except just wander around right now, so. I think I might burp. There we go, just burped. Excuse me. So, next up, YouTube. Yep, I want to talk about YouTube video thumbnails again. Because they spoiled me on something else. Hopefully if I don't get too excited here, or maybe if I do get excited, it won't affect my stomach that much. But, because I haven't watched the video yet. I haven't watched the video yet, but I did see a video thumbnail from someone that's probably reputable. I don't watch the guy's content. And I can say that with a certain degree of confidence, I didn't specify a high one or a very low one, just a maybe slightly middle of the road degree of confidence. That yeah, apparently,
my hair.
Apparently, there's gonna be DLC for this game. I knew it. Then again, pretty sure everybody else did. Hello, pictures. I didn't know you were there.
Still beautiful.
Yep, DLC for this game. Great. Just found out about that today. Honestly, I just found out about that today. A couple hours ago. I mean, not terribly long ago, but like, it's been a couple hours. Maybe 3, 4, 2, roughly 3 hours, I'd say. And again, you know, then, sorry, I was swallowing and just started speaking, you know how that sounds. Then again, let's see, it doesn't really matter how long ago it was, but it's only really been a couple hours. What's my opinion on that? What's my opinion basically in real time on the franchise continuing to exist and continuing to do things even though I don't want it to? What's my real-time opinion on that? You know, it's not ideal, honestly. Of course, it's been a couple hours, you know, about roughly 3, maybe 4, somewhere at that time frame. I've had a little bit of time to get over this, right? But remember when I talked about being trolled twice? It didn't really affect me that much there. Well, in the face of something that seems a lot more realistic, I honestly care less. I honestly care a lot less about DLC. And please tell me there's not a CD up there. If there's a CD up there, I'm gonna be angry. At least I know how to do that now, though. Do that freaking puzzle. Anyway, yeah, I know there's nothing over here anyway, but I'm looking. Again, yeah, it's not really an ideal thing to happen, but, you know, it doesn't, I don't really seem to care all that much. I'm not all that bewildered, nor confused, nor frustrated, nor really depressed for that matter. I mean, yeah, not much more than I really would be, you know, normally. But, you know, it just kind of, it scared me for some reason. I wasn't expecting that. That one got me. Darn it. Wasn't that bad, but that's kind of funny though. See, I can laugh. I could admit when I'm wrong sometimes. I'm a big boy. I'm a strong man. I can admit when I'm wrong. I wonder if I'm gonna need to. Do I actually need to play this arcade machine for things to happen? I hope not. Considering I don't think I've saved playing that. I think I did it once, but then when I had to replay the game again. Of course, if you haven't watched extra episode 3 of the Grand Replay, maybe you should go do that. Or not. It's 2 hours long, you know. Who cares? I don't think I saved it. I actually don't think I did it a second time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Well, okay, I did do it a second time technically, yeah, but like I didn't do it a third time because the episode emergency apology. I go in and talk about how I wasn't recording one episode and I played that a second time. Blah blah. Who cares? I need to get back to what I was talking about. So yes, DLC of this game probably does exist. Good chance, more than what happened last time, and by golly, I just don't really seem to care all that much. It's weird, you know. Like all my information about it is just one singular YouTube thumbnail, so like, cool, whatever. Let's just keep it that way, because you know, hey, why is there laundry here? It's like wooden laundry too. Weird. And how are you gonna pick up this trailer and move it? You got all this stuff in the way. Anyway, let's go recharge. You know, I might have to end up playing. Bro, now the staff bots are teleporting. Now the staff bots are teleporting on over. It isn't right. Basically, everyone in this game teleports. Even I've teleported a couple times. Remember when we killed him? You know? Green guy? And his other infinite amount of names? And like, I was on the balcony or the catwalk for like a second, then I got teleported down to the stage. Yeah, I remember when that happened. I didn't mention it, but it did. I wasn't expecting you, but it didn't scare me this time. Told you I'm a big boy. Yeah, I don't really honestly seem to care that much about the DLC. Now, I'm probably gonna have to play it, or not. I might not, but I might. Then again, I said that last time too. I might not play the game again, or I might play the game again. I don't know, and I played the game again. And here I am, still playing the game. You know, there's certain benefits about taking a 3-month gap or break in between 2 random episodes, and then taking so long to play the game in the first place. I get to talk about things that other people wouldn't be able to talk about while playing the game. Procrastination. There's some benefits to it. It's not only procrastination, it's just me taking forever. There's a difference. Let's just walk over here for no reason. So I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna come out again. All I know about it is that there's like one YouTube thumbnail. You know, I'll inevitably, you know, get it recommended to me again, and other videos talking about it as well. And I'll probably be able to find out a release date or something just from that. I might maybe watch one of the videos just out of curiosity. You know, that morbid curiosity I talk about. You know, because that's always worked so well for me. So it's not ideal, but it's happening, I guess. Not much I can do about it. Would prefer it not to in a perfect world, but if I lived in a perfect world, I definitely would not be sitting here talking to you right now. Anyway, if I lived in a perfect world, well, I'd be rich. I'd be perfectly happy all the time. Then again, we could probably all say that. So, yeah. That was kind of red for some reason. These two are kind of red for like no reason. It's just reflections. I don't know. Yep, that sure is a rusty cylinder. Vaguely torso-shaped. Yep. And these sure exist. I don't know about you, man, but I just love the tongue telephone. The tongue telephone is my spirit animal. I've got an alternate personality based purely on him. And I could talk about that in a second as well. Oh, yeah, I actually found some of that stuff. Then again, this video is super long as it is. It's like almost 30 minutes. Okay, I've had worse. Again, extra episode 3, 2 hours long. But should I talk about that right now? I don't know. Honestly, I have no real idea what I should do. Still, there's no CD on this stage. It's a perfect place to put a CD, man. I'm just walking around. Because, again, stuff I want to do, but there's other things I want to talk about that take priority over it. Again, that's not you. That does contain you. And that is you. That's also you. Who draws these pictures, by the way? Who's the person that draws these things? We may never know. Oh, hey, is that a... No, that's a boombox. It's just a giant comical camera. It's a move over comically large spoon. It's a comically large camera. And comically large bow tie. What was that noise? Oh, it's this ball. It's weirdly shaded. No, it's just Realistic kickball sounds is all. Gotta commend the game on having realistic kickball sounds. That's certainly something. I might as well just get this stuff out of the way, because there's some weird things in it. Okie dokie then. So, where do I start? Well, as for Little Miss eats garbage and pukes it all up or something, I've looked back at that footage and I don't know if she's picking it up or eating. Just with, I don't know. Back in like the second episode, I say it looks like she's throwing up. But is she throwing up or is she like eating something? It's hard to tell. I think she actually might be eating something, but it's just the particle effect and just the animation, so it looks kind of weird. So starting with her, I have one. I have nothing to say about it. It is like nothing I can mention about it. It's pure boring. If the stuff can really be that boring, which it kind of is. Walking around. Should be walking around with him instead. Then moving on to actually him. We have one that kind of mentions him. Does not mention this version of him specifically, so this one and the last one might not be talking about like this game specifically. So just a side note. Hello, nitrogen. I love nitrogen. I love it when it makes up the grand majority of my atmosphere that I breathe. And basically, yeah, there's also one weird thing on this exact same image. And I want to point out Holly. I don't know who Holly is. Like then again, I found a whole bunch of these lists, and I found a second like weird list, not quite as long as the first one. This one's only like two images long, but in fact the images themselves are a lot smaller anyway. But I did find a second list that does have plenty of stuff I can mention. But hey, where is everybody? Okay, well there's you, but where is the main attraction? Is she not here? Is she not here? It's weird. It's quiet. Too quiet. Let's fix that by making a bunch of random noises. Aga blaga. There we go. So moving on. So yeah, something about Holly. So then, skipping over the weird list, which I'll get to that in a second, we have the other category that I like to call the other category. First things first. The Beatles. Only two of them, yes, but the Beatles nonetheless. Gee, I wish I was joking. Then we have this one, which isn't too weird, but it has the name Zubin, which I have never heard of the name Zubin before, except for one place. There's only one Zubin that I know of in existence, and then would that have any relation to the Holly guy? I don't know, but it's an interesting thought. Is there anything in these corners for some reason? Who knows? You know, for a second there, I thought those like these weird things right here looked like airplanes. That's why I looked at them for a second. Anyway, so moving on, we have this guy. He's actually in relation to the franchise, and is in the upper right-hand corner. This weird artwork of him makes him look like an average Reddit user, or even worse, your average Twitter user. And I say that's probably not a good thing. Do you want him to look like he uses Twitter? Like, I can just tell his opinions by looking at him. Is that just me? But let's not get into that right now, anyway. Let's see, moving on. Yes, this one. You know, blah, 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 words. You can read it. Blah, 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 words. Blah, 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 words. Words. Words, words, words. Then something about, you know, blah blah blah, throwing him in the Grand Canyon. Wait. Throwing that guy into the Grand Canyon? Haven't I seen or heard of that before? I feel like I have. Oh yeah, the recharge station's right over there. Okay, and then moving on, this one, which is only kind of like barely related in some form, it's a trigger list. Featuring some, you know, standard ones, I guess, then that, and then, somnophilia. Now, chances are you know what the philia, suffix is, but the somna means sleep. Trust me, I've looked up what somnophilia is for you, so you could take a wild guess as to what it is, so you don't need to look it up. Whenever I hear of that, it makes me think of Mario Luigi Dream Team, because like there's the Somnom Woods, and Mario Luigi Dream Team just loves sleep. Man, I love sleep so much. Anyway, moving on. Oh yes, trigger list UTI. I too really hate hearing about the University of Texas Institute, and also Zelda Breathe of the Wild. Not sure about Breath of the Wild, but Breathe of the Wild. That makes it sound like a really crappy mod. Breathe of the Wild. Like, hey, I want to call my Breath of the Wild mod Breathe of the Wild. Yeah, they're gonna love that name. Anyway, moving on to this incomprehensible list. Don't know why I'm calling it incomprehensible list, but once again, I'm only going to be showing you the things that actually matter in this instance. Which is... I actually didn't write down or the name for this one, or even the abbreviation for it. I wrote down a SpongeBob quote. Now, I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but it comes from the Season 4 episode, Mrs. Puff, You're Fired. Sergeant Sam Roderick, after pointing out that one of his new rules is no talking in his class, pointing out that one of his new rules is no eating in his class, and then brings out a box of something to tempt his students, and he utters the infamous quote, "Would anyone care for a bonbon?" Now, I know I just said that character's name, but it's a SpongeBob quote, so it doesn't really count. So him, and then, well, then there's him, and then him, and then him, and then character related to this game, that guy's dead, character related to this game, and then moving on to the next image, but you can't tell that because they're cropping in all the other things. Anyway, we have this guy, and then character related to this game, character related to this game, character not related to this game, character also very not related to this game, as far as I can tell, and then character also not related to this game, kind of, maybe if you want to get really technical with it, you could say there's slight relation, but who cares, and also character related to this game. And then lastly, we have Vincent. Now, I do know that Vincent is a name that some of the people use to refer to the, well, the purple guy sometimes. But, you know, it could be completely separate Vincent, you know? Like, trust me, I think on that same list was, if I remember correctly, was just Roxanne. Could be referring to anybody. It didn't specify which Roxanne. And I could think of at least 3. The character from this game, the character from My Sims, and Roxanne from Megamind. There's at least 3... Oops. At least 3 separate Roxannes I could come up with. So, it didn't specify which Roxanne, so I'm going to assume it's probably not this one. And only this one is the one that matters, in my opinion. Speaking of which... Still not here. Huh. Anyway. Well, I think I just messed it up anyway. Well, anyhow. Oops, that's the S button. Wait. Ah, there you are. You're a tad late to the party, aren't you? Anyway, I should end this video off here. said everything I needed to say. And I don't feel like utter crap at right now, so I think things are gonna be going A-okay-ish. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, I suppose.
Everybody still loves me, right?
No, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.